A very good morning to one and all. On behalf of Government Home Science College, it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all on this platform today. As part of the celebrations of Poshan Pakhwada, this webinar today is based upon millets, the wonder grains. I extend a heartfelt welcome to our resource person, Dr. Vishakha Singh, Associate Professor, College of Community and Applied Sciences, Maharana Pratap University of Agriculture and Technology, Udaipur, Rajasthan. Dr. Vishakha boasts of an impressive array of achievements in her professional life. Not only has she developed a number of mobile apps, database, and tools related to nutrition, Ma'am also has successfully completed a number of research projects, both national and international. She has authored a number of books and also has to her credit a large number of research papers in journals of national and international repute. It just doesn't end here. Her list of articles in newspapers, leaflets, magazines, and folders is endless. Ma'am, we are truly honored and humbled to have you amongst us here today. I now invite Dr. Vishakha to address our viewers on millets, their clinical benefits and significance.
Thank you so much, Dr. Namrata Sethi, for inviting me. And before I start, I thank the organizers, your principal ma'am, Dr. Katyal, and Ritu ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to connect with the masses through a live session. And today I'm going to talk about millets because they are these days regarded as superfoods. So we are going to discuss about why they are called as wonder grains or superfoods. Dr. Namrata, I'm not able to share this side. Can you please share the screen?
Yes, ma'am, we'll share the screen from our side. Just give us a moment. We'll just upload the
Yeah,
PPT, ma'am. Just taking a little longer, ma'am, internet connection. And you've also done a lot of extensive work on millets, ma'am, in your projects and your research papers. So it'll be really interesting to hear you about those as well.
we have been working on underutilized foods of this region, and like in Rajasthan, quite a lot of millets are cultivated because of the arid and semi-arid conditions. So that's why uh, quite a lot of research has been done by me and my students also on millets. Okay, can you please put it on slideshow, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're just doing that.
Yeah. Okay, shall I start? Okay, a very good morning to one and all. And I'll be talking about millets as superfoods for health and disease prevention. And why millets? Like many people might be thinking that why millets? You all know that 2023 has been declared as the International Year of Millets by the United Nations, and India was the country which in 2018 we celebrated it as the National Year of Millets in our country way back in 2018. So with this, all these with all this backing and everything, India approached the UNO, and now the UNO has agreed to celebrate 2023 as the International Year of Millets. And today's presentation will be on the significance of these wonder grains, how millets help in sustaining health, how they help in prevention and management of various kind of diseases, especially if we talk about the lifestyle disorders. Then we'll discuss a little bit about the processing and the value addition of millets, like what kind of methods we can apply on of processing and what kind of products we can develop out of millets. Then we'll show you a small video on a low glycemic index flour known as Nirogata that we have developed here in the lab, and it has been clinically tested and it has been proved that it is having low glycemic index, and it is also beneficial for the diabetic as well as obese and other patients. And then there will be a small live demonstration on a food product to be developed out of millet. So that will be a thepla that we are going to prepare out of bar and other ingredients. Next slide, please. Ma'am, can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. So the significance of millets. We all know that millets are known by different names. You all must have read in many articles, in many newspapers, in many research journals that millets are also known as nutri cereals. They are also called as wonder grains or powerhouse of nutrients, and also as superfoods. Why? Because next slide, please. Why? Because millets are very rich in all the kind of nutrients, whether they are macronutrients or micronutrients, minerals, vitamins. Dietary fiber content of millets is very, very good, because of which it is having a beneficial role in the prevention and management of lifestyle disorders. Then there are some non-nutrient components, antioxidants, non-nutrient components like the flavonols, the phytosterols, all these kind of non-nutrient components. They too have some kind of functional role in the management and the prevention of diseases. And all kind of nutrients you will find in the millets, and the nutritional profile of all millets is far, far better when we compare to our cereals, wheat, rice, and maize. More, not just the nutrient profile is good, but millets, because they do not have gluten, so they are very beneficial for the patients who are suffering from celiac diseases. Millets are also alkaline in nature, so they help you in maintaining your gut microbiota, as well as they keep the pH of your gut at a normal level. So, like I've already discussed about that 2018 was celebrated as a year of millets in our country, and now India has proposed to UN to celebrate 2023 as the International Year of Millets, and it has been accepted by the UN General Assembly. So all this is being done for the promotion of millets, because suddenly in the few decades, in the past few decades, there has been a steep rise in the lifestyle disorders. Especially if we talk about diabetes, India is the global capital of diabetes. We all know that. Then if we talk about cardiovascular diseases, obesity has increased so much, not just in adults but also in children also. So now the need is there. There's an urgent need to change our dietary habits and switch over to foods which are more sustainable, which are easy to cultivate, which require less of irrigation, less of agricultural practices, and which have more of uh, beneficial qualities for us. Next slide, please. Ma'am, can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. So what are millets? Millets are, they're a small group of cereal crops which have a very small type of a grain, and they are very highly tolerant to drought and other extreme conditions, and they can be grown with very little of fertilizers or low chemical inputs, pesticides. So that is why millets are also called as farmer friendly crops. These millets, they belong to the family of Poaceae, and there are quite a lot of millets that are being cultivated in our country, not just in the new era, but long back, if we go back uh, to Mohenjo-daro and Harappa times, that time also millets were, at that time actually millets were the staple food. Wheat and rice were not introduced at that time, so people used to rely on millets as a staple food. So millets have been in our diets for the past so many centuries, but uh, because of their typical taste and slowly and slowly what happened, people started adopting to rice and wheat and maize, and now those things have become the staple food, and the beneficial or the wonder grains, they have kind of almost disappeared from our daily diets. So millets can be divided into three categories. The major millets are pearl millet and sorghum. Minor millets that are grown in our country are finger millet or ragi. We all know about it. It is very high in calcium content. Then is the foxtail millet, what we call as kangani. Then is the kodo millet. Then is your little millet. Then is your barnyard and proso millet. Proso millet is known as China in Hindi, and barnyard millet is Sawa. So barnyard millet is generally used in when we do our fasting also. So at that time, few of these millets are used. Then some pseudo cereals are also regarded as millets, like amaranth seeds and buckwheat. They are also regarded as millets only. Next, please. So there is a whole range of millets that we are using in our diets. These are just the pictures that are depicted over here, so that we can identify that what exactly which millet looks like what. So this is for identification. Next, please. So if we look at the trend in the area of production and the yield of millets in India, this data is from 1950 up till 2019. So if we have a look at the area wise, so way back in 50s, it used to be 5,144 hectare. But now, if you look at the trend, every year it is decreasing, and now in 2018-19, the area being cultivated under millets is only 623 hectares, while if we look at the production also, way back in 50s it used to be more than 2000 metric tons, whereas in 2018-19 it is almost 400 metric tons. So we can see that uh, the so we now the government has realized that we need to increase the uh, amount of the production of millets, and that is why we adopted 2018 as the year of millets, and 23 will be celebrated as uh, the international year of millets. Next slide, please. So here we're going to talk about the millet cultivation in India. At present, around 14 million. I think there's some internet problem from my end. So at present, very little area is being cultivated for millets in our country. And the director of Indian Institute of Millets Research, Hyderabad, he has stressed upon this thing that we need to increase the millet production in our country by up to 40%. This is what he has said once in his address. I think there's some internet problem from my side. I'm not able to see the slides. There's some problem. I'm not able to see the slides or anything else. I can see just myself. Ma'am, I'm not able to see anything. Yeah, yeah, okay. Sorry for the interruption and all.
So
Okay,
we're all,
so like,
it's I think it's not working from both the ends. Sometimes technology gets the better
yeah,
of man itself. Ma'am, we'll
yeah,
quickly do a
yeah.
roundup with
I'll
you
just I'll
about
just wind up in
conclusion
five
on
minutes
how
and then I'll
wonderful
hand over to
millets
the
are.
demonstration team. Yeah.
No
Okay.
worries,
So we
ma'am.
were
Then
talking
we'll have the
about
demo.
the
Sure,
yeah.
ma'am. Sure. Great.
So we were talking about the cultivation of millets in India. Now, like I'll talk about the clinical benefits of millets, because we all know they are very rich in protein. If we talk about, especially if I talk about foxtail millet and proso millet, they both have more than 12% of protein, and they are low in fat. They are rich in dietary fiber content, and then other than that, they have certain kind of non-nutrient contents. And like if you see the seed coat of many of the millets, they are very colorful, na? Like some are like purple in color, some are like brownish or reddish. They have a reddish kind of a seed coat also. So all these pigments that they have, all these pigments, they have a very what to say, a very beneficial effect on our health. All the and they also act as antioxidants. So millets and the profile, the amino acid profile of the millets is far better when we compare to our cereals like wheat and rice. So millets are very beneficial, not just in prevention and management of the lifestyle disorders, obesity, cancer, but also in combating malnutrition in if we talk about children, because they are rich in minerals and in vitamins. So millets can be used uh, for combating malnutrition, undernutrition in our children also, which again is a huge problem in our country. So like our country is actually dealing with double burden of malnutrition at the same time. Many of the people are suffering from lifestyle disorders and obesity and these kind of things, whereas a large section of the population, they are suffering from undernutrition and malnutrition and micronutrient deficiencies. So millets can play a big role in combating malnutrition, overnutrition, as well as undernutrition. Then millets can be used as in the form of various products. We can process them using various methods like soaking millets for 8 to 10 hours has been found to be beneficial, and it helps in increasing the in vitro protein digestibility and reducing the anti-nutrient content. So soaking for 8 to 10 hours is recommended before we use any millet. Other processing methods that we can use is popping, roasting, malting, fermentation, sprouting. So these are the methods that we can use for processing. Decortication also. Then many kind of products can be developed out of millets. Here in my lab, I have developed products out of sorghum. Baby foods we have developed, complementary foods, and were found to be acceptable. Then we have also worked on proso millet and convenience foods like pasta, cakes, cookies, laddu, soup steaks, then your expanded snacks, then your mixes, instant mixes of idli, dosa, upma, any of these things, they can be developed out of millets. They have been developed. We have tried all these things in our lab, and we have worked on proso millet, sorghum, baja, foxtail millet, and so many of the millets we have worked upon. And all the products that were developed, they were nutritionally superior when we compare to cereals, as well as they were organoleptically acceptable also. So so at present, we need to increase the consumption of millets in our diet, so that there is dietary diversity, there's a variety, good variety in our diet. And sorry, and the government also needs to support. They need to change the policies so that millets are promoted, not just for cultivation but also post-harvest technology needs to be there for value addition of millets, and we need to make the people aware about how to use millets in a diet. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with so many people, and I'm very very thankful to Government College on Home Science Chandigarh for inviting me over and giving me this opportunity. So now I hand over the platform to my demonstration team. We will be demonstrating a product on sorghum. So over to you, Bhavika.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Unfortunately, we could not get the full benefit of seeing your slides and the impressive work that you've done. But nonetheless, it's been a great experience to hearing you and share your inputs that you've shared with us. I'm sure it's been a very intellectually stimulating session. I now invite Bhavika to give us a demo on sorghum-based recipes.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Payal. I'll be just demonstrating first the ingredients that we are using for the thepla. These are the raw ingredients that are being placed here. This is gingerly seed, tilli जिसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं. This is used for garnishing. The masalas, that is the red chili, haldi, salt, ajwain, cumin, ghee, and curd that we have using the atta, and this is the atta that we have used for making the dough and that we'll be using for making the theplas. This is the packet that the atta had come in, jowar atta, and for the vegetable we have added palak. Anything like any green leafy vegetable like mint or methi, anything as per your choice can be added to the atta. Now I will be showing you how the atta looks like. I have already prepared the dough. We have prepared the dough using all the ingredients which I just showed you, and this is a hard atta, tight dough that we have needed for the purpose. We'll be now making the and rolling the atta. This is the ball of the dough that we'll be rolling. In case you feel the edges are not regular, you can just trim it off using a thali or a knife. And I'll just check my pan if it's sufficiently hot. This is the one which we just rolled it. This is the one we rolled just now. I have cut the edges. We are using a non-stick pan to roast this. You can add the vegetables of your choice, not necessarily only green leafy vegetables. The masalas can be as per your taste and liking. You can add garam masala to it if you want. This is the full flame that we are roasting it on. If there is difficulty in rolling, they can also be made with the use of our hands and not with the rolling pin if you want. It can be served with a green chutney or a vegetable of your own choice, or lasan ka masala as we eat it in Rajasthan, or with a simple plain curd, or with some raita of your choice. It is sufficiently done from this side. Now I will be applying little ghee on this. Turn it to the other side. Some ghee on this side also. It has gotten a nice glaze. I am using a non-stick tawa for this. Normal iron tawa can also be used in case the non-stick is not available. You can make it crisp or you can keep it soft as per your liking. After it's ready to serve, and you just transfer it to our serving plate. We'll sprinkle some tilli on this. And this is how our products are going to look after being cooked. We are using lasan ki chutney and curd to serve this. They can be served with any of the accompaniments of your choice. And believe me, it's looking tasty and it tastes tasty. I think our team will taste it. How is it, Dipali? I hope you're liking it. It's very tasty, it's very amazing. And it's healthy as well. Thank you so much. That was all from our side. Hope you liked it, and I'm sure you'll try this also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhavika, for a most enlightening presentation. And I once again thank Dr. Vishakha for taking our precious time and being here with us today. A big thank you to our viewers for their patience. And hopefully we could have this seminar in a few days to come again so that we can avail the full benefits of what Dr. Vishakha had to tell us. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.